Hello, everyone. Today, we have an incredibly interesting story about a boy named Ryan, a boy who was famously lazy, but turned out to be much smarter than anyone imagined. By the end of this story, we'll see how even someone who seems lazy can overcome their habits and work harder. But that's not all. While enjoying the story, we'll also learn new English words, how to use them in sentences, and practice your listening skills in a fun and easy way. So make sure you stay with us until the very end. Once upon a time, in a small, peaceful village, there lived a young boy named Ryan. The village was surrounded by green hills, flowing streams, and fields that stretched as far as the eye could see. Ryan lived with his parents in a tiny, cozy house at the edge of the village. It was the kind of house where you could hear birds singing every morning, and the smell of fresh earth filled the air. Ryan was very lazy. In fact, everyone in the village knew him as the boy who always tried to avoid hard work. Every day, he helped his father in the fields, but only just enough. His main task was to chase away birds that tried to eat the rice crops. Most villagers used sticks, nets, or slingshots to protect their crops, running and shouting to scare the birds away. But Ryan, well, he liked to lie down in the shade. One day, while lying under a big banyan tree, he had an idea. "Why should I run after the birds when I can scare them without even standing up?" he thought. Ryan collected some wooden poles, placed them carefully across the fields, and connected them with ropes. Whenever a bird landed, the poles would shake or make noise, and the birds would fly away. Ryan could relax lying on the ground, watching the birds flee, and still do his job. His father watched him and sighed. "Ryan, you are clever, but sometimes cleverness is not enough. You must work hard, too." But he didn't get angry because Ryan always finished his tasks, albeit in his own lazy way. One summer, during a particularly dry season, Ryan's father fell seriously ill. Suddenly, all the responsibility fell on Ryan's shoulders. He had to take care of the entire field alone. At first, Ryan tried to keep up, but he wasn't used to working long hours in the sun. The soil was dry, the sun was hot, and the water was scarce. After a few weeks, Ryan noticed something terrible. The crops were beginning to wilt. That night, Ryan sat outside under the starry sky, feeling a deep sadness he had never felt before. He thought about his family and the hard work his father had always done. "Why didn't I ever try harder before? Why was I so lazy?" he wondered. "Now, everything I love is in danger because of me." The next morning, while Ryan was thinking about how to save the crops, he heard villagers talking excitedly in the distance. Curious, he went closer to see what was happening. A soldier was standing in the village square making a big announcement. "Hear ye! Hear ye! The king is holding a grand competition at the palace. The winner will receive a chest of gold." Ryan's eyes widened. A chest of gold? Maybe that could save his family. Without thinking much, he decided to join the contest. The villagers laughed. "Ryan, join a competition? You're too lazy to even run across the field," they said. But Ryan didn't care. He knew that to save his family, he had to do something extraordinary. He had 3 days to reach the palace. His parents were worried, but they also hoped that this journey might teach Ryan the value of hard work. "Go, Ryan," his mother said softly. "Even if you don't win, try your best. Let this be a lesson for you." After 3 days of traveling, Ryan finally arrived at the palace. The competition was fierce. All participants were strong, fit, and confident. Ryan felt a pang of nervousness. "How can I beat these people? I'm not as strong as they are," he thought. The first challenge was announced. They had to cross a huge lake. The first 3 people to reach the other side would move on to the next round. The countdown began. 3, 2, 1. Go! Everyone jumped into the water and began swimming. Ryan hesitated. Swimming wasn't his strength, and the strong competitors were already far ahead. Suddenly, he remembered something. He ran into a nearby forest looking around carefully. He found some broken branches, tied them together, and made a small raft. Using another piece of wood as a paddle, he floated across the lake. "I may not be strong, but I can be smart," Ryan thought. As others struggled and got tired from swimming, Ryan paddled steadily and passed many of them. Slowly but surely, he reached the other side, finishing third and qualifying for the next round. The next day, the final challenge was announced. This time, each participant was given a massive wooden block. They had to push it 1 kilometer to the finish line. Behind them were many tools they could use, but they could only pick one. The first contestant grabbed a rope and started pulling. The second contestant picked a long lever. Ryan paused. "I can't win with strength," he thought. "I need to be smarter than the others." After careful consideration, he picked a small knife. The crowd was puzzled. "A knife? How will that help?" they whispered. But Ryan had a plan. Instead of pushing the heavy block, he began carving it carefully. He worked meticulously, shaping it into a round wooden ball. An hour later, he finished. The heavy block had become a ball. Ryan pushed it easily while the others struggled. With determination, clever thinking, and persistence, Ryan rolled the ball down the road, catching up to the competitors. Finally, he crossed the finish line first. The crowd erupted in cheers. No one had expected the lazy boy to win. Ryan's cleverness, combined with his sudden determination, had helped him achieve the impossible. This story teaches us an important lesson. Being lazy doesn't mean you can't be smart, but to achieve something truly great, you need a strong reason. Ryan's love for his family gave him that reason. When you feel lazy or unmotivated, find a goal that truly matters, whether it's for your family, your dreams, or proving others wrong. A strong purpose can push you to give your best.